Students, how you all are? I hope that you all are fine. In this pandemic situation, you all are aware how to keep yourself safe at your home. And I know that you all are very much wise to think about yourself, about your parents, about your teacher. You all are sanitizing yourself properly. You all are putting a mask on your face properly, and you're trying your level best to keep yourself protected and safe, and you all are happy too. So in this part we are going to learn the more rules of subject verb agreements. In the previous video we learned the 4 rules, and today we are going to study few more rules. So without wasting our time, we should start. Here you can see the 5th rule. Singular subject joined by and requires a plural verb except when they mean one thing. What does it mean? What does this rule tell us? This rule is telling, usually we have seen, if the two subjects are joined with the help of connector and, basically use plural auxiliary. But sometimes it proves wrong. When the subjects are added with and but they are conveying the same meaning, if they are going to convey the same theme, in that situation the auxiliary verb will be singular. It is little bit difficult, but with the example I am going to clarify it and hope that it will be clear to you all. Basically, let an example. इसमें क्या होगा, एंड जोड़ दिया गया, लगा दिया गया दो सब्जेक्ट को, हमने एंड लगाया और बेसिकली हमने देखा कि प्लूरल ऑक्सिलरी का यूज़ कर लिया. लेकिन कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि दो सब्जेक्ट ऐड होंगे एंड से, लेकिन उनके साथ ऑक्सिलरी सिंगुलर हो जाएगा. कैसे हम जाने? तो उसके लिए सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि क्या हम ये समझ सक रहे हैं कि क्या उनको वो कोई थीम या कोई मैसेज कन्वे कर रहे हैं, और दैट वो मैसेज दोनों का सेम है. अगर सेम मैसेज दोनों के द्वारा कन्वे किया जा रहा है तो ऑक्सिलरी सिंगुलर होगा. एक एग्जांपल जहाँ पर ऑक्सिलरी हमने प्लूरल यूज़ किया. लैरी एंड मर्सी आर रीडिंग देयर नॉवेल्स. हियर द टू चिल्ड्रेन, वन इज़ लैरी, अदर इज़ मर्सी, and both are reading their novels, and we have used here auxiliary plural, that is are. In the second example, when we see my teacher and friend is here, here we can see that the two subjects are there. One is teacher and other is friend, but auxiliary verb is singular, is. So how can we define or decide that which form of auxiliary should be used here? So you should think, and you will have to understand, here teacher and friend both are same persons. Teacher and friend is a single person. It means if I am going to tell my teacher and friend is here, my teacher is my friend, and that's why I have used here is. Other examples, we have heard time and tide waits for none. Time and tide, here both are appearing two subjects and connected with and, but we are going to use singular auxiliary, waits for none. Other example, bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. Here bread and butter is conveying that they are the part of my breakfast, and they are conveying the single message that they are the part of my breakfast. Rice and dal is my favorite lunch. In the same way, if the two subjects are connected with and they are going to provide the same theme and same meaning, we should use singular auxiliary. And if the two subjects are connected with and they are going to convey the different message, we have to use plural auxiliary. तो इस तरीके से हम लोग एंड से जुड़े हुए दो सब्जेक्ट्स को कहाँ पर सिंगुलर ऑक्सिलरी और कहाँ पर प्लूरल ऑक्सिलरी का यूज होगा, ये आसानी से डिसाइड कर सकेंगे. और भी बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स आप सर्च आउट कर सकते हैं और अपनी क्वेरी को हमसे पूछ सकते हैं, जिसको मैं सेटिस्फाई करूँगा अगले वीडियो में। आप अपने बॉक्स में या कमेंट बॉक्स में या व्हाट्सएप नंबर पर आप अपने क्वेश्चन को हमसे पूछ सकते हैं। सो लेट अस प्रोसीड ऑन द नेक्स्ट रूल, दैट इज सिक्स्थ रूल. Sixth rule is going to tell two singular subjects joined by either or neither nor takes a singular verb. Before this rule, we have learned a rule that was previously discussed. If the two subjects are joined by either or and neither nor, in that situation, the subject which is near to the auxiliary will decide the form of auxiliary. If the one subject is singular and one is plural, you will have to think that whether the singular subject is near to that auxiliary or plural subject is near to that auxiliary. If the singular subject is near, the auxiliary will be singular, and the plural subject is near to the auxiliary will be plural. But here in this rule, both of the subjects are singular. So if we are going to get the both of the subjects are singular, in that situation we will not have to think a lot. Any subject which will near to the auxiliary will be singular, and so the verb will always be singular. So you can say that it is the corollary of the previous rule. इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं, क्योंकि हम लोग पहले जान चुके हैं कि इधर और नीदर और से दो सब्जेक्ट को कनेक्ट किया गया. उस समय सोचना होगा, अगर एक सब्जेक्ट सिंगुलर है और एक सब्जेक्ट प्लूरल है, तो कौन सा सब्जेक्ट ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब के नज़दीक है. अगर सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब के नज़दीक है तो सिंगुलर ऑक्सिलरी का यूज़ करेंगे, और यदि प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट ऑक्सिलरी के नज़दीक है तो हम लोग प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट अगर नज़दीक है प्लूरल ऑक्सिलरी यूज़ कर देंगे. लेकिन यहाँ दोनों ही सब्जेक्ट अगर सिंगुलर हैं तो हमें कुछ भी नहीं सोचना, कोई भी सब्जेक्ट हो हम लोग आसानी से सिंगुलर वर्ब का यूज़ करेंगे. ईदर मम्मी और डैडी कमिंग विथ मी एट द anywhere, you can say at station, at the home, or anywhere. Here mummy and daddy both are singular subjects, so it's not going to create any type of difference whether mummy is near to the auxiliary or daddy is near to the auxiliary. Anyone will be near to the auxiliary. Auxiliary must be singular. Neither Freddy nor Dulles is waiting for me. Freddy and Dulles both are the single persons, so we don't have to bother to think that which auxiliary should be used. Both of them are singular, so auxiliary verb must be singular with them. तो हम लोग को इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं होगी. I hope that it's clear. So we should proceed on the next rule, that is seventh rule. If a singular subject is followed by a phrase containing a plural noun, the verb is singular. Here we are going to learn some different thing, how it is going to be different. If the subject is singular, but after that subject it is followed by a phrase, that phrase is containing plural nouns, in that situation we will have to keep in mind our first subject. If it is in singular form, we will have to use singular verb. एंड बेसिकली इसको दूसरे तरीके से भी समझ लीजिए आप लोग. अगर इस रूल को हम नहीं जानते हैं तो हम एक और चीज़ जानें. जहाँ पर भी हम वन ऑफ द से स्टार्ट करते हैं, वन ऑफ द, और कोई भी सेंटेंस वन ऑफ द से यूज हो रहा है, स्टार्ट हो रहा है, उसके बाद कुछ भी प्लूरल फ्रेजेस या नाउन्स या प्रोनाउंस कुछ भी यूज किए गए हों, तो आपको कुछ भी नहीं सोचना है, आपको माइंड में वन को रखना है, और वन सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट को इंडिकेट कर रहा है, और हमें सिंगुलर ऑक्सिलरी का यूज़ कर देना होगा बिना कुछ सोचे. यानी अगर आप इस रूल को माइंड में रखें कि इफ अ सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट इज फॉलोड बाय अ फ्रेज कंटेनिंग अ प्लूरल नाउन, द वर्ब इज सिंगुलर, उसको सीधा सिंपल सा समझ लो कि द सेंटेंस इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ वन ऑफ द. In that situation, you always use the singular auxiliary, because this sentence is talking about the one person among the group, and from that group, one of the boys is yelling so loud. It means there is a group of boys, but one of them is shouting loudly. If I am talking one of the boys is yelling so loud, it means I am going to talk about a single boy. That is in the group of the many boys. Second, one of the members is against the rule. One of the members, there is a group of members. There are many people who are members of a committee or of a group. But I am talking about single person. That is also the member of that group. So if I am talking about the one of them, it means I am talking about the single subject. And if I am talking about the single subject, the auxiliary verb must be singular. तो इसमें जैसे हम लोग कर सकते हैं one of the man is my best friend. One of the men is my best friend. One of the men, it means बहुत सारे लोग हैं और उन लोगों के बीच में एक आदमी जो है मेरा सबसे अच्छा दोस्त है. One of the men is my best friend. हमने men यूज किया plural, लेकिन हमने ऑक्सिलरी सिंगुलर, क्योंकि मैं एक उन लोगों में से एक आदमी के बारे में बता रहा हूँ जो कि मेरा दोस्त है. आप रही बात समझ में? वन ऑफ द पुअर इज ऑनेस्ट. वन ऑफ द पुअर इज ऑनेस्ट. अब द पुअर का मीन्स हो गया प्लूरल फॉर्म ऑफ पुअर, एंड आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द वन ऑफ द या सिंगल पर्सन, एक गरीब आदमी के, जो कि बहुत सारे गरीब लोगों के झुंड में है, जो कि ईमानदार है. तो इस तरह से आई थिंक इट्स क्लियर दैट हाउ if the sentence is going to start with one of the, we should keep it in mind that we are going to use the singular auxiliary always. So proceed on the next part. Eighth rule. The indefinite pronouns several, few, both, many, others are always plural. You will have to keep it in mind. If the pronouns which are indefinite pronouns, if the several, few, both, many and others are used in the form of the subject, you will always use plural auxiliary. Both were asking to be freed. Both. Here sentence start with both, and both is taken as the subject, and the above rule we have found that if the indefinite pronoun both will be the subject of the sentence, the auxiliary verb must be plural. So we have used verb. Both were asking to be freed. Several are seeking justice. Several is also indefinite pronoun and it has taken as a subject in this sentence. So we are going to use auxiliary verb plural. In this way, few are honest here. Few are honest here. I have used the few in the form of the subject in this sentence and I am using auxiliary are. Few are honest here. यहाँ पर कुछ ही लोग जो हैं ईमानदार हैं. तो इस तरीके से अगर इन इंडेफिनिट प्रोनाउंस को हम लोगों ने सब्जेक्ट बनाया सेंटेंस का, तो हमें इस बात को माइंड में रखना होगा कि हमारा ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब प्लूरल होना चाहिए. और इस चीज़ को अब हमें अगर हमको याद रखना पड़ेगा, ये इस रूल को याद रखने के लिए हमें ये याद रखना पड़ेगा कि ये इंडेफिनिट प्रोनाउंस है जिनको हमको सब्जेक्ट के रूप में अगर सेंटेंस में यूज करना है तो उनको हम लोग प्लूरल ऑक्सिलरी के साथ ही यूज करेंगे. नेक्स्ट रूल 9. The indefinite pronouns some, most, all, none are singular or plural according to the meaning of the sentence. Here you can see the some indefinite pronouns some, most, all, none are decided according to the meaning of the sentence. They may be singular as well as they may be plural. It depends upon the sentences and meaning of the sentences. We can take an example here. Some of the girls were absent. Here some of the girls were absent. And the second example, some of the ice cream is left. The same word, the same indefinite pronoun some has used in the both of the sentences in the form of the subject. But one sentence is carrying plural verb and other is carrying singular verb. Some of the girls were absent. Here I am talking about the many girls. Here I am talking about the many girls. It means the girls noun is going to clarify that I am talking about the many people. And so some of the girls, in the group of those girls, more than one girl were absent. It means I am talking about the more than one, two, three, four, five, six. It may be the more than one. And here in the second, some of the ice cream is left. It means I am just talking about a particular type of ice cream, and some part of that ice cream has just finished and some part is remaining. But here the number of ice cream is 1. So I am talking about a single subject or single noun or single ice cream. So here auxiliary must be singular. We can take the other examples too. Some of the men are very lazy. Some of the men are very lazy. It means I am talking about the men. बहुत सारे आदमियों के बारे में मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. उन आदमियों में कुछ आदमी जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा आलसी हैं. इसी में अगर हम ऐसा कहते, some of the ice creams are left. Some of the ice creams. It means there are more number of ice cream, or there is more than one ice cream, variety of more than one ice cream, and some of them is left. Some of the ice creams are left. It means there are many types of ice creams, and in those ice creams some has left. So it's depend that how I'm going to use this subject. This sum will be decided by the coming noun or pronoun, whether we are going to use them in the form of singular or plural. तो इस तरीके से हम लोग ये हमारे आगे के पार्ट्स डिसाइड करते हैं इन इंडेफिनिट प्रोनाउन के कि वो सिंगुलर हैं या प्लूरल हैं. So we should proceed on the next rule. 10th. When any of the following indefinite pronouns is the subject, the verb is singular. You will have to keep it in mind. You will have to learn them by heart and keep it in mind. And if you will utilize them in your sentences, it will not necessary for you to read and recite and mark them. What are these subjects? Everybody, each, no one, another, anybody, nobody, everything, nothing, anyone, either, neither, everyone, somebody, someone. So here are the many indefinite pronouns, and if you see these definite pronouns, you will have to just fix in your mind that you are going to use singular verb. Every man and woman is in the hall is a member. Here see, every, we have used every indefinite pronoun as a subject. Every man and woman in this hall is a member. I have used here is. I have used here is. Everybody is free to do whatever he or she like. Everybody is free to do whatever he or she like. Everybody is free. Singular verb I have used. Nobody is here to help you. Nobody is here to help you is. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. So I have given the many more examples. Everybody, anybody, everything. In the same way, no one is in our support. No one is in our support. No one से भी ऐसे बना सकते हैं हम लोग. तो इस तरीके से ये जैसे ही ये प्रोनाउंस आपको इंडेफिनिट प्रोनाउंस दिखते हैं आपके सेंटेंस में सब्जेक्ट के फॉर्म में, यू विल हैव टू यूज़ what? Singular auxiliary. So let us proceed on the next rule. 11. Expression of time, money, weight and distance are singular even if the form is plural. This is very important for all of us to keep in our mind. If we are going to talk about money, weight and distance, money, weight and distance, magnitude of all these are considered and counted in the form of singular. चाहे वो plural में दिख रहा हो. money 2 years, टाइम को हम लोग ले 2 years, Here the year is appearing more than one, 2 years. But we have learned the rule. If the time, money and weight or distance are plural, but they will always consider singular and their auxiliary must be singular. 2 years is a long time to wait. हम लोग 2 years आर नहीं लिखेंगे. 2 years is a long time to wait. 10 years is 10 years is a long time to invest. $1 million was given back to the owner. $1 million, 1 crore rupees is to be distributed. Is to be 1 crore rupees is to be 500 kilometers is not a long distance. Is not a long distance. 500 kilometers is not a long distance. So here you can see that 5 kg is not a heavy weight. 5 kg is not a heavy weight. So we can say that the many subjects in the form of time, money, weight and distance, they will be taken as a singular, even they will appear plural in form. So next rule, when the amount of money refers to separate units, the verb is plural. In previous rule, we learned that the money will be taken in the form of singular. But this is the contradictory rule of the previous one. When the amount of money refers to separate units, you will have to understand it. अगर हमने पैसे को अलग अलग यूनिट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया तो वहाँ पर सिंगुलर वर्ब नहीं रह जाएगा, क्योंकि उसके यूनिट के अकॉर्डिंग वर्ब जो हो जाएगा वो प्लूरल हो जाएगा. जैसे हमने बोला था कि $10 million इज गिवन टू द ऑनर. $10 million इज गिवन टू द ऑनर. लेकिन अब उसी $10 million को, उसी अमाउंट को हम लोग कैसे बाइफिकेशन करते हैं, तोड़ते हैं, यूनिट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. जैसे 25 cent of coins were found. 525 cent of coins were found. अब यहाँ देखो 25 cent के coins की संख्या कितनी थी? 5 थी. 5 अलग अलग यूनिट में मैंने coins की संख्या बता दी, तो 5 कॉइन की बात की जा रही है. अमाउंट कितना इससे मतलब नहीं है, हमें उसके यूनिट्स को हमने डिवाइड कर दिया, तो हमने वर्ड का यूज़ किया है. अब जैसे हम लोग कहें 5 10 rupees notes, 5 10 rupees notes were given to the owner. 5 10 rupees notes were given to the owner. अब देखो यहाँ पर हमने 5 10 rupees notes कर दिया. केवल 10 rupees कहते तो was given to the owner, लेकिन हमने कर दिया 5 10 rupees notes, या डायरेक्ट करके 50 rupees was given to the owner, लेकिन हमने यूनिट डिवाइड कर दिया. 60 100 peso bills were added to the budget. Here 100 peso, number of the 100 peso bill is 60. So if the amount is divided into separate units, if they have different denominations, in that situation the amount will be considered as a plural subject and we will have to use plural verb. We should proceed on the next rule. The following words are always plural: pants, trousers, pliers, scissors, shears, tongs. However, the word pair is used, the verb is singular. You have to understand it, keep in mind. If you are going to use them, usually in the form of pants, trousers, pliers, scissors, shears, tongs, they will be plural. And if you will add a word pair, they will become singular. Here example, the pants are torn into two. The pants are, and if you are going to use the pair of pant, the pair of pant is torn into two, it means I am talking about a single pant. Pair of, basically we have seen all these equipments have two parts, two legs. Pants have also, trouser have also, pliers have, scissors have, shears have, tongs have. They have two parts, and if they combine and we use the word pair of, they become singular. The pair of scissors was placed on the table. The pair of scissors was placed on the table. And if we have used just the scissors were placed on the table. So just scissors were and pair of scissors was. So here is the difference, and I hope that these rules are clear to you all. We will meet in the next video with the few more rules. Few more rules are remaining. In the third video, all the rules will be clear. And if you will face any difficulty, if you are finding yourself unable to understand, you can put your question in comment box, as well as you can ask me on WhatsApp number what I have given. So bye students, keep yourself safe, happy, and maintain your level of study too. Your teachers are always with you, and we always ready to help you in all aspects. So God bless you and be safe. Bye everyone.